Welcome back, guys. I have got so much to tell you about. I don't know where to start. I mean, seriously, I've got so much to tell you. It's ridiculous. I've spent the last 2-3 hours, about 3 hours, picking up new mods and new assets, and I've got tons to tell you about. First thing, very first thing. Can you see these cranes? Answer: yes, you can. Right, because I've picked up, like, even if we zoom like right out, you can still see those cranes, because I've picked up the adaptive prop visibility mod, or whatever the hell it's called, which allows you to see large props at very great distances, which you couldn't before. So that's very, very cool. And we're going to do some more work on this area, because I've picked up like more assets and stuff, like particularly on the park, for example. And we're going to change the railways around a bit and do some other stuff that the other big mod that I've picked up is Rico. Now this is the Rico mod, and it allows you to plop all kinds of buildings which function as RCI buildings. Why this is called Rico, residential, industrial, commercial offices, rather than just RCI, because offices are commercial. I don't understand why it's Rico rather than RCI, but hey, it's just me. I'm old-fashioned. What can I say? Yeah, the trains. We're going to make some changes to the trains, I think, because this isn't quite right. Like the satellite photo shows that yes, there is a line that comes down here. This should be all elevated, by the way, apparently. But there's another line that comes down here, and if I bring the map up, oh, by the way, Rico, I started going through Rico assets, and about an hour later, I came to the conclusion I need a lot more time to go through them. I could just go and pick up some of the big collections, and then I'd have loads and loads and loads and loads of stuff. But a lot of it I'd never use, and my game's slow enough loading already. I mean, everything's loading from an SSD drive, right? But man, the game takes a long time to load, and so the idea of getting a whole ton more assets is kind of scary. I did pick up one or two things. Yeah. Before we do this, because I want to, yeah. So if I where no, not industrial, not that. Here we go. If we go down here to let's see, the A3. Where the hell's the A3? Here's the A3. Going. Oh God, I'm gonna find. Where's the A3? This is the A3, isn't it? Whoops. Oh, I think there was a save going on. That's Berrylands. No, here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right. So the A3 coming up Kingston Hill. Right. So I live down here, right, on the edge of Richmond Park. And then you go down Kingston Hill, past the university, that's the university, and then this is the A3, and the A3 actually turns here and comes down this way. But one detail, because I was putting in quite a lot of detail here originally, but one thing I couldn't put in was next to the Big Asda. This is the Big Asda here. Next to the Big Asda, there is a petrol station, a BP petrol station. Well, guess what? Now I've got... That's Shell. BP! A BP petrol station. Cha-ching! That is now even closer to how the A3 really looks. I mean, coming down the A3, you've got the petrol station here, you've got the Big Asda, you've got the cemetery here, that's right. My God, it's coming together. And I tell you what, all these buildings down here, oh man, we're going to be getting into all kinds of stuff. I found... Why the hell am I going to the surface tool? You idiot, Rico. I found some buildings, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to select buildings that I think I can use in here. I did find a couple of nice ones, like this warehouse. This warehouse is definitely going to get some use. This is pretty cool. Let's get to somewhere where we can kind of see it. It's kind of just like a generic building, and then this is a modular brick warehouse, and you can just like plot like rows of these like right next to each other. That's going to be really useful. And I found some kind of like fairly generic office buildings. This is a brick one, right? Can I like we're going to plop this so I can actually show you. Like, I don't know, over here somewhere. This'll do. So there's this kind of generic brick one, and okay, yeah, it's got, you know, signs on that aren't really appropriate. And then there's this one which is in a concrete texture. Again, like he's got like German signs on and whatever, but the buildings themselves pretty cool. So I'm going to be picking up a bunch of that stuff. There's also Drosselviller's Strata Tower that I need to put in. We'll get around to that. We'll get around to that. Oh, now, you know, I try and put in one kind of like major landmark in each episode. See, I've got so much, it's ridiculous. I'll come to that, because I put in the BP petrol station, didn't I? Yeah, where the hell? That's new. Oh, I'm the wrong way around, that's why. Here we go. Right, so you've got the BP petrol station there next to the big Asda, and then you come down the A3 down here. Now, I always go up Kingston Hill, obviously, because I live up here. But sometimes I used to go down here and come back up this way, because down here there was an Esso petrol station, and sometimes I used to go to the BP, and kind of depending on like which was the cheapest or whatever. There used to be a petrol station here as well, just as you come off here. There's some shops and a petrol station, but that petrol station's shut now. So there you go. Kind of annoying, actually. So let's put in the SO now. Where exactly is it? It's a good question. I wonder if I bring the map up. I don't suppose. No, it's not marked on there. I think it's this, but I don't think it's going to fit in there. So we'll just kind of put it like next to here or somewhere. It's close enough. It's close enough. So let's get, well, what was it? Commercial? Light commercial? Yeah, here we go. Esso petrol station. Oh, come on, go in. Fit in somewhere, will you? Oh, it'll go there. That's kind of close enough. There's actually like a car dealership as well, and I found some car dealership assets. I may end up putting that in as well. So look, we've got Esso petrol station. Very cool. It should really be kind of like the other way around, but I can live with it that way. At least for now. I might change that around, because I'm looking at them like, yeah, that really should be the other way around. I don't know, because I don't want to put another junction on here is the problem. Would it fit? Would it fit on? It wouldn't fit onto that road. I mean, if I straightened that bit up, it would fit on. And actually, that would work kind of. Yeah, that would work kind of better. You know what? We might just do that. Let's get rid of that. Let's take out that road there. This is a one-way coming down here, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we want one-way, two-lane, that one. So if we put that in, coming straight down there, which is okay. Oh, I did it with a what's it before, didn't I? With a highway thing. But you know what? That's okay. I don't mind that. That's cool. I think that's better, actually. And then we'll get our SO station. And yes, then our SO station goes in the right way round. That's better. That's much better. That's bloomin' perfect, that is. Now, I'm going from, like, my memory, right? It'll be interesting when I put in, like when I put up a picture of this to see, like how close it is. That house shouldn't be there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. All right, so oh yeah, right. So I was talking landmarks, wasn't I? Let's get rid of the map. We are going to head all the way over here to in between London Bridge and Tower Bridge. This is London Bridge. This is Tower Bridge. Often confused. And in here is the HMS Belfast. If I bring a map up, it'll be... Here we go. The HMS Belfast. Right, now I've picked up 2 different ships that we could use. So let's have a look, shall we? They're not in parks. Are they in parks? No. They're in landscaping underwater. No, they're not. Well, where the hell are they? They're... Oh, no, they're in transport under ships. Here we go. And we have got... This is the Russian one. This is the Gorsky. Let's plop that in. And then this is the... Now, you can see Battleship Prince Eugen. In fact, it's somebody's putting Eugene. It's not. There's no E on the end. It's the Prince Eugen. It's not the Prince Eugene. And here's the Prince Eugen, which is not a battleship. It's actually a heavy cruiser. And the HMS Belfast. I said it was like a frigate or something, and I was pretty close because it's the next class up. It's a light cruiser, in actual fact. So, which one of these looks the closest to the HMS Belfast? Well, the answer is neither of them are absolutely bang on. And kind of if you mixed them together, you'd probably come up with something fairly close. The thing is, the Belfast, and again, I'm going from memory, the Belfast's got a couple of turrets like that. So it's got 2 turrets like this, but they're more like this. And then at the back, it's got I think a couple of slanted funnels at the back. And it certainly, I'm fairly sure it doesn't have a helicopter landing pad. But I think we're going to go with the Russian one rather than the Prince Eugen. Yeah, I think the Russian one is the better choice. So let's get rid of you. Bye bye. Thank you. And let's take you and move you and put you over now. Actually, before I move it, I found somewhere. Now, where the hell was it? This is a good one. I found somewhere. Not in. Was it in there? Oh God, where was it? This is the problem. You get so many assets. It's like, oh my God, where was that? But I found some. I think it's actually here. I think it's in parks. Now there was. Oh yeah. Now I remember. Now I remember. First of all, there's not the fishing tours. Which one? That's the marina. I think it was it. Yeah, it is the marina. Right. The marina is potentially kind of useful for creating jetties and stuff. But there's also a ruined one. I can't remember where the hell that is. You know what? I think we're going to put this one in there. And then we'll have the HMS Belfast. Turn it around a little bit. We'll have the HMS Belfast. Oh, seriously? That's the closest I can get it? Oh, come on. Well, there we go. We've got the HMS Belfast there. And this needs to have a road connected to it. Let's have a look at the map. See if there's any roads around here. The thing is, this is a pedestrian area along here. So... yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to connect it. some sauce. Now, the Thames barrier is like down. Oh, where is it? Like down here somewhere. Is it about down here? Let's have a look at the map. Oh, a little bit further down here. The Thames barrier is here, and I found another asset, and I found out that although I don't think this particular ship has been up here, a similar ship has been up here. So we're going to put it in just for a bit of fun. So what the hell do I want? I want this, the aircraft carrier, the HMS Queen Elizabeth. Now the ship that has been up here is the Illustrious, which is another British aircraft carrier. It was the only British aircraft carrier for a while. So I'm thinking that we put the Queen Elizabeth in somewhere. Well, what the hell am I doing? Drop the map down, bonehead. Try that again. So Queen Elizabeth. The question is, where are we going to put it? Now, it can sail theoretically, and I want to get some little tugs like in front pulling it up, because it's always, ships like this are always pulled up here by tug because they can't maneuver themselves because they're too big. So it can theoretically get up here, all the way up here. In theory, this model's a bit too big in relation to the river and whatever, obviously. In theory, it can get through the Tower Bridge, but it can't get past London Bridge. So, like, the furthest a ship like this could get is up to here. So I'm thinking that maybe we put it like approaching Tower Bridge. I don't know though. The problem is the scale. It's kind of, it dwarfs Tower Bridge a little bit. So I wonder if maybe we don't put it maybe cruising up the river past the Isle of Dogs. What do you think? Oh, there we go. Now, there is a problem with this model, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I'm going to try and see if I can get a fixed version or whatever. I think it's all the planes that have been put on here that are creating too many I don't know, vertices or whatever. But that is staggeringly cool. Once we get houses all around here and offices and stuff, that might look quite cool. The problem is, as soon as you zoom out, it disappears. But you can still see the props because we got the prop thing. So yeah, I don't know about that. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. Right. Next. Okay, let's get down here. Now, in future episodes, I want to get more to doing like a lot more time lapse, and maybe do commentary over the time lapse or whatever. But at the same time, I also want to get episodes out to you every other day. I want to stick to the schedule, which I've been doing for the last couple of weeks quite well. I want to keep that up. So you're gonna have to kind of put up with a blend of like when I've got the time, and hopefully I will have more time going forward, because as I sort out these assets and stuff, life should get a bit easier. But you know, bear with me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out this bridge, and take out this railway track all the way back here, and that bit. Now, am I going to take out that bit? I don't think I don't know. I might end up tampering with that. Let's bring up the map for a second, and you'll see that yes, you've got this line that comes down here as we had it, and goes across here, and then joins up with the main line coming from Waterloo. But it also like splits off here and comes down here, right? And there's a whole mishmash of this stuff going on. So what we're going to do, let's drop the map down. So what we're going to do, yeah, I'm going to take it off that single bridge. Again, it's a case of adapting it for the scale that we've got. So while I'm doing this, I need to do a shout out. Actually, I just remembered. I need to do a shout out to Sneaky Alexander. Now, how he got the name Sneaky Alexander, I don't know. He didn't reveal that, but he asked me to give him a shout out as Sneaky Alexander. So there you go, Alexander. Shout out done. Right, now we need to get this across the river. That's where we had the fence, which is now. Yeah, that is exactly how I want it. So this is going to come down here. I want to avoid the fence though. Let's take snap off so I can control this a little bit better. So this is going to come down here. Let's put it in sections, I think. So this is going to come down here like this. Let's go to parks. Let's talk parks for a second, and let's talk sports. Battersea Park. Now, I said we were going to put in this. I said there's a running track up here, and I found something which is kind of sort of similar. It's probably a little bit bigger than we'd like. Now, which way does this go? This goes with the. Oh, come on, yeah. This goes with. Okay, it's got that on that side. Right. We need this with a road then going along here. If we can get this in, this is going to start to make the park look like how it actually is. And this area down here, by the way, this area down here is actually a lake. This is a boating lake. You know what? The number of times that I've driven past the park, because this is Nine Elms Lane. And I used to drive along here, but when the traffic is really bad, you find all kinds of little shortcuts and routes and whatever. And like sometimes I would go up, well, actually through here, through this estate, and then down along the side of Battersea Park, and then over Chelsea Bridge, and then like sometimes cut down here, and then come back across Vauxhall Bridge, and then go around the back of Lambeth, and then like over either up here and over like Southwark Bridge or London Bridge or whatever. I mean, seriously, you find all these zigzag routes to try and get through the traffic. It's just insane, the traffic in London. What the hell was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to put this in. So let's try there, which is probably about as far down as we could come realistically. And still have the lake down here. So come on, fit in. Fit in. Yes. Cool. Alright. We need to clear some trees out. So. Come on. Go away. Go away. Go away, trees. Go away. Go away. This is going to look quite cool once it's in, I think. Alright, that'll do, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Let's put it, I suppose let's put it there. Now, what does it look like? Now, you know what? That is not too bad. There is a building kind of a bit like this, but it's kind of a bit more up here. And again, I'm going from memory. Although I do have a... actually, it's over here. There is like a white building just over here. But at least we got the track in. And that's pretty good. You know, I could have put this on the other side, I suppose, because there is kind of a little building here, which I think is it's the Battersea Park, I don't know, physio centre or something. I don't know. Now down here, there's a gazebo down here. There's a couple of little kind of park areas down here, and I did find a gazebo, and I just saw it. Oh, there it is. There it is, the pavilion. So yes, we can put now this is very close to the pavilion that is in here. So I'm just going to put the pavilion in kind of down here, and yeah, I'll probably end up putting some some parks in here and some kind of little parks. Oh, the other thing that is in here, above the running track, so between the running track and the edge, there are some tennis courts. And there are also a couple of football pitches down here in this area. Now, tennis courts, I do have a couple of very small tennis courts, but I don't know where the hell they are. I don't know. Right, while we've got the marina, now, do you remember me saying about this site? And there's like down here, there's a barge, and there are some boats moored up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in a couple of these marinas. All right, and then let's go over here and water. And now I still haven't found a suitable thing for the actual barge. I definitely need more boats and stuff. That's a little motorboat. That's kind of meh. Yeah, these things are more like St. Catherine's Docks. Now, I would really like to do St. Catherine's Docks is over here. Let's bring up the map, see if I'm right. Am I right about St. Catherine's Docks? There's St. Catherine's Docks. Yeah. It's next to Tower Bridge. This area here, and there is a whole marina you can kind of see with loads, and there's loads and loads and loads of boats in here. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because just the scale of it, it's just not going to work. But I don't know. There are lots of piers and stuff down here, so I think we'll end up putting some stuff in to kind of represent that kind of feel for this area. Whew, man. Let's drop the map down. What are we going to do next? I want to keep working on this area. I've got to bite the bullet with this track, haven't I? I really have. So let's just do it then. So now I'm not going to put the rest in for now. Let's have a quick look at the map. Yeah, so it's going through this area representing these lines, and then it's going to go through Clapham and all the way down here and whatever. And we've got all of that stuff to put in, which is another huge rail network. And like about 3 episodes ago, I was going to do like King's Cross and St Pancras. And King's Cross and St Pancras is up here somewhere. Here's Islington. Yeah, King's Cross and St Pancras. 2 huge stations. And you've got all of the lines that come out of there. So we've got that whole thing to do as well. And then we get into the whole of North London, which we've hardly touched. I mean, look, this is probably the densest part of London up here, from Wembley like right across to wherever this is. So yeah, it's mammoth. It's mammoth. Right, before we end this episode, I want to get a bit more of the riverbank kind of filled in. I'd love to do this area down here and up here as well. So let's see what we can get done. So this area up here, let me see. This is actually, now that's that. Oh, that bit's off my map, unfortunately, so I can't see what it's like around here. So that bit's going to have to wait. I could do those bits up there. Or I could move on up the river. Or I could do this bit. We'll do this bit. We'll do this bit. Okay, so. God. I'm a mess, aren't I? This needs to come further across here. So let's put an extra bit of this in. Through there. There we go. Right, now, how should this look? This should look kind of similar to this, really. There's some angled this way. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's get some roads in. Get some roadage. Now, I don't trees on the roads. It kind of like it doesn't look like it in this area. So I think we'll just go with ordinary roads, and then I'll plop probably a few trees in around it. We speed it up, get these buildings built. It's kind of cool watching the place come to life as everything gets filled in. See, now when you fill this in, it's like, oh man, I need to go and fill that bit in over there. Cool. Oh, we've got a great big fire going on. I just put that in, for heaven's sake. Where are our fire services? That's going to burn to the ground, isn't it? You can tell. Okay, I tell you what. Let's slow this down. Let's put in a fire station. Now, I don't know where a fire station should go around here, but I'm going to put a fire station in, just so stuff isn't burning down. The other thing I'm going to do, now this is a really good point, guys, because I'm not worried about the economy, because I've got infinite money. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crank my power budget up, my water budget, my garbage budget, and health, and fire, and police, and education, and parks, and monuments. Anything else? Yeah, we can... actually, no, I'm not going to bump the transport off, because I would end up overwhelming my tracks. But yeah, we bump all of that up, and then it means I've got to put in less service buildings, which is really good. So that was suggested by someone who, again, I didn't write it down, so I don't know the name, but thank you very much for that suggestion. See, I do read your comments. I do read your comments. Alrighty, so, man, we've actually got this whole bit done now. Well, I say done. Done to a certain level, but there's going to be so much more to do to it. But we are kind of getting there, you know. I really need to work on this area around Clapham, because I know this area fairly well. In fact, I know it like pretty damn well. And there's like individual little department stores that I want to put in. And and work on the housing and get the housing looking like kind of just right. Alright guys, we're going to leave it there for this episode. Like I said, in the future episodes I'm going to try and do more time-lapsing. So I hope you'll forgive me. I just didn't have the time to spend like 3 hours and condense it into a time-lapse. Alright, that's it. I'll catch you for the next one. More mods, more assets. If you find them, leave me a link to the Steam Workshop and I'll pick them up. I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out.